I was sitting here pondering on a question that I got from one of my subscribers. And the question was, how do you suggest a person get to really know themselves? And that's an open-end, no-end question. There's many answers and several answers, but I thought I would just share this tonight while I was sitting here, winding down, reading a book. And this came across my mind when I read it earlier today. But I believe in order to really get to know who you are, to get to know yourself, you've got to spend some time alone. You have to spend some time alone so that you can even hear yourself breathe. Hear yourself think. And what do I mean by that? The quietness will start allowing your mind to relax and to begin to think, whether it's about a loved one or about whatever it may be. But then when it comes back to being alone and thinking about who you really are, God will speak to you in ways that you probably have never heard before. He will begin to tell you about who you are, and we know whose we are, but he will begin to have you to dive deeper into yourself. You will begin to think about things like, how much have I changed? Am I the same? Am I doing things the same way? And that's the reason why I'm getting the same results. Am I open to change? What about me that I really know deep down inside is not good for me or good to me or even good to think of? What about me that when I'm sitting still and alone and quiet, things that come up and surface and come up out of me that has been just sitting dormant, but I really don't want to know them. I'm feeling them. I don't want to know them because I don't want to face them. Do you ever have those moments? And so my suggestion to her was to have some time to herself, date herself, read her favorite book alone, look at her favorite movie alone, have a lot of solo time. That's when you really, really get to know yourself. And how do I know that? Because God has had me on a solo journey for the last couple of years. He brought me out of a journey that was a journey he had spoken to me many times that was not really good for me. It was taking me so far away from him and the purpose that he had for me, what he had called me to do, what he wanted me to do. And he had been speaking to me throughout the time before he pulled me out into this solo journey about me really diving deeper and tapping into who Anita is. So my question to you, do you really know who you are? Or are you just pretending to know who you are? My answer to the subscriber who asked the question, get to really know who you are. Some other suggestion is, of course, you always know I'm going to come back and say, dive into the Word of God and have a consistent prayer life. That will truly, truly help you know who you are. I pray that this kind of give that subscriber something to think about. Even maybe go to God in more in depth and ask him when you're in your solo time. There's nothing wrong with solo time, whether you're married, single, divorced, in a relationship, whatever it may be, there is nothing wrong with solo time. I believe solo time is a necessity to be of success in whatever God has called you to do or be. But remember this, let nothing good or bad interrupt your consistent prayer life. My subscriber, I pray that this blesses you and those who listen to it also. Be blessed.